Hello and welcome back to the second David67 Celtic News YouTube video of the day. Earlier on we did a little profile video of a defensive midfielder and centre-back potentially coming to Celtic called Renato Tapia. This second video, more of a general roundup of the news stories in and around Celtic for today, such as the loan of Kwon to Hibs, the ongoing pursuit of Owen Beck to come in to be Celtic's new left back, plus a new midfielder on the radar called Arne Engels, and a few other updates on stories we've been covering over the last few days. Just before we crack on with the video itself, do please consider clicking that subscribe button if you've not yet subscribed to the channel. Keep the numbers pushing past 850 towards 900, and then hopefully then to 1,000 subscribers. Do please click that like button if you like the video. It does help make YouTube send this video and the channel to more and more Celtic fans and football fans. Do feel free to pop your pleasant, polite comments, opinions, debating discussion points into the comment section, and we can have a nice wee chat, debate amongst like-minded Celtic fans. So, news broke yesterday evening that Celtic have loaned our South Korean midfielder Kwon to Hibs for the season. This is a loan only, and there's no option for Hibs to buy Kwon at the end of the season-long loan. I think this is a good move for both Celtic, Hibs, and for Kwon. It does give him a chance potentially of games week in, week out, and getting used to the full conditions and way of playing football in Scotland. Also helps him adapt to life in Scotland. And I actually was very impressed with Kwon in the friendlies, both in Scotland and on the USA tour. I thought he actually showed a lot of pace, a lot of strength, good ability to win the ball in midfield, and also a lot of pace and ability to get the ball forward. And I think he showed Celtic and us fans that he's actually a lot better than we thought he was. So hopefully he comes back from his season-long loan at Hibs with his skills and talents and experience all much improved, similar to the success that players such as McGregor, Christie, Scales all had away on loan at other clubs. We update on the Matt O'Reilly situation. Now, it would appear that Brighton have now pulled out of the pursuit of O'Reilly. There is some confusion as to whether Liverpool and Chelsea are or aren't looking at O'Reilly as a potential midfield target. The current evidence would suggest that they are looking elsewhere at the moment, but may come back to O'Reilly as an option late in the transfer window. And so the main team looking at O'Reilly actively is Atalanta in Serie A. They are looking for a midfielder to replace their Dutch international, Koopmeiners, who is being lined up both by Juventus and by Liverpool. And Koopmeiners has indicated he doesn't want to play for Atalanta any longer. And so Atalanta are looking actively for midfield replacements. They do have apparently two or three other options they're looking at, but are thought to be coming back to Celtic with yet another bid. All their bids so far have been well below Celtic's rating, and so we're still waiting for Atalanta or any other club to come in to meet Celtic's valuation, and then the ball is then in O'Reilly's court as to whether he wants to leave or stay at Celtic. A couple of players who Celtic have been looking at: Owen Beck of Liverpool to be the new left back. Celtic are said to be in negotiations with Liverpool. It's thought that the basic fee would be £3 million with additional add-ons going with that deal. It does look like Liverpool are actually keen to sell Beck rather than loan him out, and so it may well be that Celtic are actually at the head of the queue to sign Owen Beck permanently to be our new left back of the present and the future, which I think actually would be a good move because I do think he is better in most ways than Greg Taylor and will get better and better defensively and as a creative player. The linking of Dara O'Shea from Burnley to Brentford appears to have fallen through, and there is no apparent definite deal between those two clubs at the moment, and they're back in negotiations. And so O'Shea may now be an option again for Celtic at centre back. However, Bojan Miovski, who has been linked to Celtic throughout the summer, now appears very much on the verge of going to Girona in Spain for a £6.8 million transfer fee. Still waiting for full confirmation that Adam Ida has passed his medical and signed his contract. Hopefully that happens later today or tomorrow in time for the League Cup match against Hibs at the weekend. As some of you will be aware, our big rivals were in action last night in a Champions League qualifier. They lost 2-0 at Hampden and so have gone out on aggregate 3-1 and will now be dropping into the Europa League. This actually now puts Celtic into pot 3 of the upcoming Champions League draw and does improve Celtic's share of the Champions League TV money. And it's thought that Celtic will get a basic £18.6 million for being in the Champions League, plus there are large prize monies for winning a Champions League match, which is at 2.1 million, and 700,000 for a Champions League draw. Plus, obviously, of course, there would be gate receipts, etc., to go with that as well. So, obviously, a very large money spinner for Celtic to boost our coffers, and quite a financial kick in the backside for our big rivals who've lost out on all of that Champions League money, gate receipts, and TV money. And finally, multiple football sites, transfer sites, and Celtic sites are saying that Celtic are actively looking at bringing in a young Belgian under-21 international called Arne Engels. Engels plays for FC Augsburg in the Bundesliga. They are a mid-table team in Germany. Engels is 20 years old, will be 21 in September. 6'1" in height, has 9 under 21 caps for Belgium, 2 goals for under 21 Belgium, and he was called into the training squad prior to the Belgian team going off to the Euros earlier this summer. He wasn't actually part of their squad in Germany, but he was part of the training squad prior to the Belgian going off for the competition. And so does appear very much to be on the verge of a full Belgium international call-up. He's represented Belgium at under 15, under 16, under 19 and under 21 level also. Now, he is a player who plays primarily centre midfield, but can play defensive midfield has been pushed forward into attacking midfield, also can play right wing and right back, although his primary position is more of the number 8. He has been at Augsburg for 18 months. He has so far played 51 games for them, 3 goals, 9 assists. Prior to that, did play some football in the Belgian second division. And over his whole career, 100 games, 9 goals, and 20 assists. His season-long rating for Augsburg last year in the Bundesliga, 6.77 out of 10. And last season for them, 33 games, 3 goals, and 5 assists. Looking in a bit more depth at his rating for passing, defending, shooting, etc., he has very good ratings for his passing, short, medium, and long. Not great ratings for crosses. Has actually quite a disappointing short conversion ratio at 1 in 7, and doesn't also have a high number of chances created or shots on goal per game. And also his stats for the defensive side of midfield are also on the poor side. And so, going on his various stats, he doesn't appear to be top drawer. However, as I said, he is on the verge of being promoted to the full Belgian squad, and clearly Belgium are still one of the best teams in Europe, and so certainly within the Belgian international manager's mind, he is seen as being a very talented player. And looking at the various different transfer sites, he does appear very highly rated. There is some range to what his actual value is in terms of transfer fee, ranging from 7 million euros up to 12 million euros, which would be the equivalent of £6 million as the base level, up to £10.3 million at the top end of that range. He is just announced as being on Celtic's transfer radar at the moment, and so I've not had a chance to put together any form of highlights analysis reel, but if Celtic's interest in and pursuit of Engels does and hotten up, I will do a full analysis scouting video of him in the future. As I said earlier on, still waiting for full confirmation of the Adam Era deal, but hopefully that will be fully confirmed later today or in tomorrow's video. So just to finish off, we reminder, we encouragement to click that subscribe button if you've not yet subscribed to the channel. Do please click the like button if you like the video, and do pop your comments to the comment section regarding this video, the players we've discussed, and any other Celtic issues. And so, and for today, goodbye and hail, hail.